If you have a tech idea or you have a tech company, or either if you need investment or a strategic advisor to take your tech company to a different level. Because today, joining us, our special guest, Andrea. She's not only a global tech leader, but she is running a cutting-edge AI and blockchain company. And apart from that, she's a strategic advisor and investor for SMEs in tech field. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the season 2 of the Reengineered podcast. Myself, Madhu Nayak. Joining us, our special guest, Andria. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you very much for having me and for inviting me.
Before I dive into the question, my first thing is who is Andrea beyond tech?
Well, very interesting question, because usually the people around me knows me just being into tech. And actually all of my life I was dreaming to be into business. I have started the high school and I was learning just IT, but I didn't want to be into IT. Therefore, I switched my career, and the university degree is actually in economic.
Okay.
And, after I degree, I wanted to have a job in the economic field, and I realized that it's not something that I would like to do.
Okay.
Therefore, the first job I had, it was actually in the banking system, but it was in IT department. And all of my life I study afterwards, and I work just into IT field.
Okay.
So I'm into IT, but I didn't dream to be here. And one more thing that I could add also about Andrea, who nobody knows.
Okay.
Is actually that few years ago, I was also a fitness instructor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's how you look so fit.
Oh, well, thank you. Actually, I'm not like I was in the past, because I'm not doing so much sport like I was used to do. Unfortunately, I don't have so much time like in the past. But yeah, I did it like a hobby along with the other job and during my career.
So if I change my question, that who is Andrea who doesn't do something? What you will answer? Because you do everything. You do investment, you do job, now fitness and health. Yeah. So what is something that is left out?
Yeah, actually, during my free time, I love just to sit, look to the sea, read a book, spend time with my friends, as everybody.
So you love
doing.
nature?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
The sea, especially.
Yeah, nice knowing you and little background about your fitness. So I'll add some questions on that. Saying that, because you are in a technology-based field, which is predominantly male, and how you became global leader, and what is that one strategy or go-to strategy that you had embraced to make it for you?
I don't know if usually the global leaders or women leaders are having from the beginning this vision. Everybody's speaking about vision, that you have to have it from the beginning. Honestly, even in the past when I was asked by the recruiters, what are you dreaming to be in the next
5 years?
From my point of view, it's not the biggest question that you have to ask somebody, because during the time you will face a lot of struggle, or maybe you will have a lot of opportunities that will come up in your life. Therefore, will be a lot of changes. All the time when I was saying, in the 5 years I will see myself in a place, actually the life showed me that
this is not the place.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if during the time you will find other opportunities who suit you more, I would say that it's good actually to be open and not think that you have a vision and you just have to follow it, because in the end maybe you will not feel happy with what you do. Therefore, I had some vision or desires during my career, what I would like to do. And what I would say is that I always dreamed to have an impact in the society. So this was actually the vision I had. But I don't want to say that I try to follow some steps like from 1 to 5 in order to become who I am now.
Okay. And you don't prefer formulating 1 to 5 years strategy and visioning for so long?
So look, I'm a person who usually have vision and strategy, but I'm also open to update.
To change.
Exactly.
Okay.
So of course it's good to define what you want to be or what you want to do, but be open
To change.
Exactly, always.
Okay, interesting. And saying that, you are very visionary in supporting SMEs, especially who are led by women. Why so?
Well, actually, I'm not just focused on women. Of course, as a woman, I support other women, but I always embrace equity. And coming back to your question, supporting SMEs, indeed, I'm doing this, and I started to do it due to the fact that I faced a challenge in the past 2 years with my company, IT company. I wanted to get new clients, and I faced a lot of issues due to the fact that I had a small company in that time. Therefore, I was thinking, okay, I don't want anymore to run over the clients. What I would like to do actually to keep them around me or to attract them around me. And what I was thinking is, okay, let's develop a strategy in order to attract new clients. And what I did, it was to have a strategy and growth program. It's an accelerator for businesses here in Dubai who will attract or will bring companies from Europe and worldwide, actually here in MENA region, to raise capital and to scale here. Therefore, like this, I started to work with SMEs because I wanted to help them offering some services that they need. And in these regards, of course, is the investment part. I'm advising them in terms of raising capital from investors. And afterwards, I started to work with them in terms of strategy to penetrate MENA region. And also they became, as I expected, my clients in terms of IT company.
So you changed from push strategy to pull strategy.
Exactly.
Okay, and it worked out so well.
Yes, actually, it was exactly what I expected. After I faced a lot of issues trying to have new clients, I realized that the best way will be to build a community around me, to not run after clients. So
excellent. Yeah, and community really matters because we form an ecosystem and all the resources will be shared. And saying that, even though, do you feel we as women are still ready for raising capital for ourselves? Because as per the latest statistics that you have shared and as per the pitch book, only 3% of the capital raised goes to women.
Yes. So I was also surprised to find out this information. And after I heard it, I said, okay, let's try to check out through my connection and the people, the companies I work with, how many of them actually they were co-founded by women and how many of them indeed were managed to raise capital. And what I found out and really surprised me, it was like out of 34 companies I work with, just 2 of them were co-founded by women. Therefore, I don't know to say if it's really a pattern that the women are not able to raise capital nowadays. I would say that actually the woman doesn't have enough courage to, to co-found tech companies. So I believe actually here is the problem, and here is the way how we can empower them. Suggesting that, you just have to start and afterwards you will see how it's working, of course, and how you can manage to raise the money that you need from your company.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing because the root cause analysis, what you are saying, is something else. Like women are not the co-founders.
Exactly.
So what it is perceived is like women don't get investment.
In the investment world, less than 10% of the companies are able to raise capital, and most of them are co-founded by men. Therefore, I believe that's the way why the women are not able to raise capital, because they are not enough. the market.
Yeah. And how do you help in spreading this message and empower them? Because you are hand holding them and making them empowered, being a strategic advisor. So how you help them out?
Well, I believe in power of example, and I believe that I can be the example for them.
The role model.
Exactly. I try to have many companies in different fields, and last year 2 of my companies were bankrupt.
Okay.
So what I can tell them that you will face a lot of issues, even more. Most of them maybe they are mothers and they have also to take care of children. There is always a way to find a solution in order to push yourself where you want to be. Therefore, if your dream is to have implemented an idea that you have since long time, I believe that you just have to do it. You will be bankrupt. It's not a problem. You will learn a lot. I know that everybody is speaking about this nowadays, and they are saying that okay, you will learn from
the mistakes.
Exactly. It's not easy to pass through them. I'm telling you from experience. You will cry a lot. You will be disappointed, but you will learn so much things that will bring you where you want to be, and actually where is your place.
And I'm so happy and I'm salute to you for that, saying on air, like, your company went bankrupt, and this is very few people confronted, right? And everyone shows the rosy picture, but you mentioning that your company went through bankruptcy and then revived and resilient back. So you set the role model for others.
I believe all the entrepreneurs face this kind of issues. Maybe some of them doesn't discuss about this situation. Maybe some of them give up and they come back to corporation.
They close the business.
Exactly. But I'm sure that I'm not an exception. So anybody is facing the same problem. And actually, I learn a lot from other mistakes. We usually want to do our own mistakes, but talking with a lot of business people, I found out that actually most of them pass through the hell in the same condition like me.
What is the most important learning?
Resilience, first of all, and second, you never have to give up, because behind everything it's always a solution. And what I found out, it was that always God had a better way for me. I believe that what I tried to do in the past, it wasn't actually the best and what suits to me. And I'm telling you why, because I was trying to develop some businesses in some verticals where I'm not expert.
Okay.
Therefore, I suggest anybody to try to develop the first businesses in the vertical or in the environment or area of activity where they are experts.
Very good. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. Like, even for me and my group of friends or whoever we discuss business, we just see some ideas in Shark Tank and all this, and we come up because we get so overwhelmed, right? But there has to be someone who really guides you by saying, and the statement that you said, open business only when you have expertise in that, or you have hands-on experience, or you have done something in your corporate world or your past.
I have new ideas every day, 10 ideas every day, and I would love to implement it. But I stop myself because I realize that actually I do not have all the terms that I will need in order to succeed. Therefore, my suggestion is, at least at the beginning, because I cannot say that I have a lot of expertise either, at least at the beginning, try to focus on what you are the best and what you know to do.
Excellent. And what is that checklist of terms that when you say that this is the idea and that passes through and that doesn't pass through?
So I had recently an idea that I would love to have my own aesthetic clinic, and I realized that I don't have any expertise in this regards, either from where I have to gather the product, how to evaluate the doctors. Therefore, it's a long checklist, depends on the activity that you would like to do it, and you have to know if more than 50% of those activities you are able to evaluate properly, and you know exactly how to do it, from where to take information, you can start to do that business. Otherwise,
no use to go for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And how about funding? Like, when you relate the ideas and you activate that and you ideate that and then you bring into place, right? You do the idea realization. So how about funding? Like, even though you have excellent ideas, but if you don't have fund, then what is that one advice that you want to give those who have excellent ideas but they don't have fund?
During the past few years, I was discussing with a lot of entrepreneurs who all had brilliant ideas, and they think that just because they have a brilliant idea, they have to be funded. And it's not true. Everyone has ideas nowadays. Which really matter is actually how you implement and run the business. It's not enough to have a good idea. You have actually to be prepared for the entire process of running the business and also accessing the money that you need in order to grow up and scale up your company.
Okay.
Most of them are trying now to raise capital and they do not understand anything about the process, how they should be ready to, first of all, to meet an investor, to discuss, to leverage the discussion with the investor. They are not ready even to formulate the value proposition of the business. And education, I believe in education, and the education is the most important thing for any entrepreneur. The best entrepreneurs worldwide, I believe, they study all of their life. And it's not like you have to go to the schools, but you have always to read, to be up to date with all the information.
Market trends.
Exactly. Therefore, it's not enough to have a good idea. Which really matter is to understand exactly how you have to run the business and be successful in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And in this regard, there are a lot of mentors, coaches. You just have to approach them and try to have not the best, because at the beginning you don't need to have Elon Musk on your table.
Correct.
But definitely you will need some advice for somebody who already passed through the process and understand exactly how it is. And working with people which have expertise will help you to implement properly the brilliant idea that you have. In another condition, you may fail. So it's not. I believe that not the idea. It's the only thing that really matters.
Yes. So we have to think from end to end.
Exactly.
And this is what exactly you are helping people to bring from ideation to bring it to marketplace. And so any message to our audience, how they can reach you out and how you can help them?
Yes, so I work with two types of clients. Usually the clients who already know what means the fundraising process, and in these regards I have a one-to-one coach session with them, and my role will be after I evaluate the business to make introduction to investors. And on the other hand, I work also with early stage startups or with companies who already raise money from angel investors, and they want to go to raise money from VCs. And I develop a mentoring program from them, because I understand that as I told you, the education it's the most important thing, and they have to understand from zero how to start the fundraising process. And they can find all the information on andreamarinescu.com.
Okay.
And more than happy to check out which brilliant ideas they have and how we can manage to implement them by raising capital from you.
Thank you so much, because that will be the best part where audience can reach you out and if they have any brilliant idea, and then you can tell them that, okay, they can do it or they cannot, because as you said, materializing it is very important.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm saying that, what do you see as one of the highest learning that you have learned? Like Andria 10 years before, Andria now. Because you said that you are a learner and it is very important. So
Yeah.
What is that one major difference that you have seen?
Adapt to the ecosystem. As I told you, I didn't expect to be here, be fundraising advisor, but based on the situation I had with the fact that I wasn't able to have new clients into my company, I implement a new strategy, and therefore I reached to the level to have an accelerator for SMEs in MENA region. And as you said, I re-engineer myself. So adapt to the ecosystem. I believe it's.
I think you re-engineer every moment. That's why you have reached the top of the ladder. And saying that, any one of your behavior or approach or attitude that you have altered to being so flexible and agile and to reach out? I know, because why I'm asking this, women are very, very cocooned to their comfort zone, and they usually inhibit to change. So being a woman, and that too in a technical field and where there are a lot of competition from the other gender, so how you have altered your approach or your practice or your behavior to reach out there?
I believe this is one of the best skills I have, that I adapt very easy to everything. And if you are not able to do this, don't be entrepreneur, because during 10 years, for example, you will change yourself, the ecosystem around you change a lot. Therefore, you have to adapt yourself to the changes. And I believe this was one of my best skills, to be able to adapt to any change or problems that I face.
So what are the top 5 skills an entrepreneur should have, irrespective of any sector?
So adaptability.
Number 1.
Yes. Resilience. Open-minded. Good learner.
Okay.
And positive mind.
Okay. That positive attitude, even nobody supports you, will be there with positive mind. And you had all these 5 within you, or you have evolved over years?
Most of them, actually, it was in my nature.
Okay.
But I believe, some people doesn't have speaking skills, and maybe they are introverted people. Therefore, you can learn a lot of stuff during the life. And if there is something which is missing, as I said, you always can improve yourself. So, yes, in my case, maybe most of them they
were innate in you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But definitely, I improve myself a lot, and it's not just about the top 5. There are also others that you need. So
I'm saying that because all women entrepreneurs, they started, but it always important like who completes the race. It's not like all of us started with a gist and with enthusiasm that let's do it, but half of them don't complete the race. They did drop out in midway. Do you experience this? Like with the female entrepreneurs whom you are supporting or who come to your program?
Even myself, I did this kind of stuffs in the past, and I believe I will do it because sometimes there are different situations in your life when maybe you just have to stop. If you realize that it's not something that makes you happy, just have to stop. Okay, you want to be an entrepreneur, you have a vision, you have an idea, you try to implement it, didn't work, but you want to to follow your vision, but in the same time you are not happy. So for which reason you just have to follow it. And I believe that if you are not happy with what you do, the best way will be to give up and think about what really makes you happy, and start again with something that really
makes you happy,
gives you the energy that you need. Because if you are not happy, you will not have the energy that you will need in order to
devote.
Exactly.
Okay. Any mentorship program you are having for youngsters, for our younger generation?
No, I don't have, but actually I was thinking, and I'm working on this now.
Okay.
I would like to approach the universities, because one of the reasons I did a PhD, it was I wanted actually to teach other people.
So you are now Dr. Andrea?
I followed indeed a PhD, and I wanted actually to be teacher in the university.
Amazing.
I gave up after 2 years because I realized that is not something that I would like to do. But I tried to teach students, but it wasn't for me in that moment. Maybe now will be something that I will do it because my expertise is much more bigger in terms of teaching others, and because I have also a mentoring program, and I would love to do it also for
because they are having the most amazing ideas these days, right? So, and they are up to date all the time. So congratulations and good luck for that.
Thank you.
And Any last call to action that you have, you want to mention for the aspiring entrepreneurs or struggling entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs that we have today?
I believe that it's very good to trust yourself, and if you have an idea, don't be afraid to go and ask for what you need, because most of the people are afraid to say, I have a lack of information and I need you or your expertise in order to
make it happen.
Exactly. And I'm open also to have conversation free of charge with people who needs some information in terms of raising capital or how to scale in MENA region, because it doesn't cost me anything to talk with somebody half hour or 1 hour if I will really bring impact in their lives.
Very good.
If you have an idea, go and talk with the people that you consider might be a good fit with you and can help you.
And this is a wonderful initiative, I think. Guiding someone to make their idea happen is very important. And last one question before we sign off. Who is Andrea after 5 years? Because I know you hate that question and you are very, very agile. And I see that you are a role model for many of us who are aspiring, but we always have that thought process behind to take the first step. So
Okay. Of course, I have my dream and vision. I would love to give you more information, but I believe I'm not allowed to provide all the details. What I can tell you is that the vision I have is to make investment at a bigger level. And in this regards, you will need to have another formula of the company, and therefore I'm working on it.
Thank you so much, and wishing you good luck for all your brilliant roles that you are doing, and most importantly, the community that you are creating. And more power to you as you're empowering more women to take up entrepreneurship and make it happen.
Thank you very much for having me here. It was a pleasure to discuss with you, and I hope the information I have provided will have an impact in the women, entrepreneurship, and also for men as well.
Thank you so much, and I hope after listening to this episode, people will be seeing the pitch book survey increasing from 3% to 10%.
Yes, hopefully.
Thank you so much, and it was lovely having you.
Thank you so much.